Hello guys, Meisty.com back at it again. Back in the war. This time we're going to take the bridge for sure. That bridge will be mine by the end of this game. Not only that, but I'm pretty sure you can take out the Axis powers, because those guys suck at just everything really. It's bad news, but we already got enemy fire. Okay, got that guy. Oh shit. We got another guy over here. Oh god, we have another guy over here. Only one thing left to do. I should take a couple of them out. Oh god, I'm being stormed. Just a little bit. So that was probably a mistake. The Germans still won't have the bridge, but pretty good. Meisty.com. Go check it out. It's my personal website. They call me the Meister. That's Meisty_Landers_07_.com_.net. And you should find a whole bunch of games like cartoon games. You know, there's me. I do a bunch of voices on there. You know, fight more wars on there, you know. Check it out. I have a bunch of games, a bunch of unblocked games playing at school. I have the Fun Circle game, all of the Fun Circle games, like 12 of them at least. Never have enough circle games. So check it out. That is Meisterlanders_7.com.net. Yeah. Here we are back in private. Ryan. See. So, we're gonna go up here and get stabbed by a German. Shoot, he's not in here. So, shout out to my 28 subscribers. Shout out to subscriber number 1. I really appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 2. I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 3. I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 4. I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 5. I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 6, because I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 7, because I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 8, because I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 9, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 10, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 11, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 12, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 13, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 14, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 15, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 16, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 17, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 18, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 19, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 20, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 21, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 22, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 22, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 23, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 24, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber 25, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 26, I appreciate you. Shout out to subscriber number 27, I appreciate you. And finally, shout out to my boy, my one and only, real OG, shout out to the one and only subscriber number 28, you the real dog. I appreciate you the most. Sorry, you guys are making me emotional. Shout out to my boys at the penitentiary. I served 13 years with you, you know, If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. You guys told me how to YouTube, so I appreciate you. Shout out to my momses. I appreciate you. Shout out to my sisters. Appreciate you. Shout out to my brothers. Appreciate you. Shout out to Tom Hanks. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I am today. Shout out to Matt Damon for getting saved. Shout out to the Germans for starting a world war so we can make a game about it. Shout out to the Japanese for helping the Germans. Shout out to the Americans for not letting the Germans do that. Shout out to tanks, because, you know, tanks. Shout out to that Black Cross thing. Yeah, you know the one I'm pointing at. Shout out to you. Shout out to that Red Cross thing, you know, the thing that lets you aim a gun. I appreciate you. Shout out to guns. I appreciate you. Shout out to the German flag. If it wasn't for you, I'd still be on the streets. Shout out to the streets. For if it wasn't for you, I'd still be in a house. Shout out to houses for keeping me off the streets. Shout out to Otto von Bismarck for inventing Germany. Shout out to Germany for being Germany. Shout out to Windows 10 for making this all possible. You know, what can I say? You know, it's not my fault that I'm a famous YouTuber. It's, you know, thanks to all these wonderful people. I appreciate you. Shout out to YouTube for giving me a place to put YouTube videos. Shout out to the guy who invented this thing, so I didn't have to go on the bridge. Shout out to grenades. Shout out to sidewalks. Shout out to white power. I don't know why, but shout out. I'd probably still be where I am without you, but you know, it's always good to get a shout out, isn't it? Shout out to Press Duck for the spectator menu. And shout out for Corporal McManus. He's the real MVP. You know, I appreciate all of you. Especially you, subscriber number 28. Welcome back to the Meist Show. I'm your host, Meist Landers, the Meist with the most. Today we're playing Call of Duty, a great game by NASA. NASA made this game to go to space. Back in Apollo 11, they needed to train Will Smith Armstrong on how to use the rocket, so they invented video games. Shout out to NASA for inventing video games. Shout out to the moon for giving NASA a place to go. Shout out to Corporal McManus. Shout out to that noise airplanes make when they pass overhead. Shout out to this thing. Shout out to this weird piece of land right here for keeping me off the streets. I don't even know what that is. Doesn't make any sense. Shout out to Germans for being freaking sneaky bastards. Shout out to sneaky bastards for giving me something they call Germans. Shout out to Private Parts. But wait, that's me. I appreciate you. Shout out to the Grease Gun for keeping me off the streets. Truth is, subscriber number 28, I appreciate you. Don't really know you, but I appreciate you. Shout out to Corporate McGee. Captain McGee. And shout out to this video being 10 minutes long. I'm quitting YouTube forever, guys. See you next time. Goodbye.